cannot give you back your homes or restore your dead to life.
But perhaps I can give you justice in the name of our king.
Hey everyone, today I want to answer a few more questions regarding the first episode of Season 8. Remember, if you want the chance for your questions to be answered, leave them down in the comments and I will try to get to as many as I can during this season of Game of Thrones. With that said, if you are not caught up with the show, now is your chance to stay away from spoilers. Anyway, let's get to the first question. My biggest question is, where the heck is Ghost? So everyone wants to know where Jon's direwolf is. Ghost is one of two living direwolves that we know is living somewhere in Westeros, the other being Arya's wolf Nymeria. Now, we have had a reunion between Arya and Nymeria last season, where Arya is surrounded by a pack of wolves and a fully grown Nymeria presents herself as the leader of the pack. Arya mentions out loud, "That's not you," meaning her wolf has evolved and isn't the former pet she once had. Just like how Arya's arc in the story has changed, so has Nymeria's. Now, back to Ghost. We haven't seen the White Wolf since Jon Snow's resurrection, and many fans assume this is due to CGI constraints. With tons of battles, explosions, and dragon scenes, the CGI team over at HBO has had their hands full. So it wouldn't come as a surprise why Ghost's character has been left out in much of the last half of the series. I've heard some speculation Ghost probably went to find Nymeria, so ultimately they could team up along with Nymeria's massive pack of wolves to help fight the dead army. In the books, we know the direwolves have this sixth sense to them, where they can feel each other's presence when one is close to another. Ghost, having been at the wall and north of it for quite some time, propels the idea that he knows what's coming. This isn't any different from how Dany's dragons are. When Daenerys was outnumbered in the fighting pits, who comes to save the day? Drogon, because the dragon knew his mother needed to be saved. And also in the books, all of the Stark children display signs of warging abilities. For instance, Arya has wolf dreams where she is Nymeria running around and searching for food. This is exactly what Bran experiences with his wolf before he starts harnessing his green sight. If Ghost knows of the threat coming for Westeros, he very well could be locating his sister Nymeria in an attempt to assemble an army of their own. If the final episodes of the show follow the previous plots laid out in the books, Arya may somehow call on to her former direwolf and help save the day during the battle against the Night King. Just to help outline how beneficial direwolves could be in times of war, we don't need to look any further than Robb Stark and his wolf Grey Wind during the War of the Five Kings. Grey Wind was credited with taking out many men during a number of battles. Listen to this quote from the novels. "I saw Lord Umber's giant in chains and the Mallister's eagle, but it was the boy who led them, with a monstrous wolf running at his side. I wasn't there to see, but it said the beast killed 4 men and ripped apart a dozen horses." So it seems even with just 2 direwolves and a pack of regular wolves could cause quite a mess for the dead army. Will we see Ghost and possibly Nymeria before the end of the series? I think so, and I believe they may play a crucial role in the Great War. Tyrion Lannister, if the day ever comes when you're tempted to sell me out, remember this: whatever their price, I'll beat it. This is in regards to Bronn being hired to kill Tyrion and Jaime, both of whom have friendships with the sellsword. I think most fans assume Bronn would join in on the fun of battling the dead army, rather than killing the 2 Lannister brothers. Tyrion has educated Bronn on the mind of his corrupt sister, even noting that if the day comes when Tyrion is pushed as an enemy of Bronn's, he will outpay them, basically stating don't act on anything without coming to him first, because he'll beat the other party's price, no matter the cost. Bronn has also evolved as a character. When Tyrion first met him, it was purely business, but since then, there has been a lot of drunken nights, friendships formed, and mutual respect gained. That goes the same for Jaime, whose life was saved by Bronn at the last second. Whether you see it or not, that's a big change for the man we were originally introduced to. Could Tyrion be the child of the Mad King? Now, this is an age-old theory. Tyrion Lannister has been speculated to be a bastard son of the Mad King Aerys Targaryen, If true, that means Tyrion is a brother of Daenerys and uncle to Jon Snow. What is the most compelling evidence of this? Well, the Mad King never cared much for Tywin Lannister, though he did have an affinity for Tywin's wife. In fact, the night of Tywin and Joanna's wedding, the Mad King wanted to have the bride in his bed first. In the books, it is said Aerys did indeed do things to Joanna, but it isn't specified to what extent. Tyrion is the youngest of the Lannister siblings, Cersei and Jaime being twins. It is also worth noting Tyrion doesn't resemble the traits of a Lannister. His hair wasn't golden blonde, and he even had different colored eyes, one of them being purple, which is the color of Valyrian eyes in the books. This aspect of the novels wasn't adopted into the show, as Daenerys and Jon don't have purple eyes, but it is a strong sign that something is different about Tyrion. Now, do I believe Tyrion's character will be revealed as a secret Targaryen before the show ends? Not exactly. The timeline is moving rapidly, and there isn't a lot of space for explaining Tyrion's whole backstory. Maybe George R.R. Martin has different plans in his novels, but I don't see it likely going in that direction for the show. Anyway, that's going to do it for this Q&A. Thank you so much for watching. As always, have a great day, take care, and I will see you tomorrow.